Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It's been a while and I'm going to get into 20 fragrances for my winter, and so I've got 20 fragrances out of my collection as of right now. This can change. So we've got a good mixture this time. We've got some old school scents, we've got some fresher scents which are still on the stronger side. We got some niche, we got high-end designers, we got cheapies, with a mix of everything. So as I said, this is from my collection. This does change a little bit throughout the years, and some things are always going to be there. Some are staples, I'll rebuy them. I don't rebuy that often, but my sort of top 20 fragrances of all time I will rebuy. We've got some I don't wear that often because they're either very expensive or discontinued or something, or just I have to be in the mood for them. A big list of stuff. So I think we will get into the old school stuff first and then move into the fresher stuff, then the niche, and then everything else. Then that's how we'll do it. So old school. Typically old school does pretty well in sort of winter lists, and not to everyone's taste, but the sort of old school stuff I'm into is sort of anybody could sort of wear even right now, like more modern tastes, and that's, you could still get away with it, like, you know, it hasn't really got out of style, if you will. These aren't like super skanky or like full of civet or all that kind of stuff, although some of the original versions of some of these may be a little like that, but there's the modern stuff you get excuse me, you can still wear pretty easily. So first off, we've got Hugo Boss, and this is just Hugo Boss. It's going to be better there, isn't it? Hugo Boss, Boss number 1 they call it now. This is the sort of slightly older formulation with the stripes on it. I haven't tried the newer one. I don't know if it's been reformulated or it's just a different bottle, but you get it in a sort of a cleaner, flatter bottle. Really nice stuff. Definitely more. It's on the powerful side. More for, you know, dressed up a little bit more gentleman type clown, but very nice all the same. Excuse me, I'm very thirsty of late. So Boss bottled, Hugo Boss, number 1. Alright, next, I've just realised I didn't put my ring light on, so now I'm a bit more, you can see me more. Alright, next is classic old school. Again, sophisticated, more for a bit more of a mature man, dressed up a little bit, but I rock this whatever. But you don't have too many sprays of this stuff, because you know those fragrances, the old school especially, where you can just go one of those. Couple of sprays. So Aramis by Aramis. Very nice, really good. You can get it quite cheap. I mean, you can get, I think, like big 240ml bottles of it if you want, out of the toilet. And it's now the toilet, and trust me, you want 3 sprays, one inside the neck, one under the shirt. You're good to go all day. The sort of classy, woody kind of scent, very nice, spicy. Next, I don't really wear this if I'm feeling obnoxious. It's a scent memory for me, however. You know, some days, this is not my personality, but some days you just feel like being an arse and upsetting a few people. I'll wear this in those occasions, and I wear quite a few sprays of it as well, when I just feel like being a dick. And this is Yo Paul. So, scent memory for me. I brought up with this, is probably the first proper scent I ever really smelt. Again, it was sort of a, it'd have been, when it, near enough when it come out, I think, about 89, 90, if that. somewhere around there. Well, I smelt this to somebody in school, and then I wanted some. It doesn't smell as good as it used to. A lot more synthetic than it used to smell, but really nice. But if you're in the mood to upset a few people, put like 10 sprays of this on and expect a fight. So, next is old school, and it smells like it as well, and it's strong, but it's got all that. It's a bit sharp, it's a bit strong, it's a bit old-fashioned. It's got all these things that people say are negative. Done by a house that's sort of done it in a way which is classic, and it is Antaeus put on. They did that musky old, offensive kind of old man smelling kind of cologne, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Done in their style, classed up a little bit. Still got that sort of old school vibe to it, but it smells like Chanel. It smells like Chanel made a old man's cologne, and that's what it is. Excuse me. But yeah, Antaeus, really nice. Last of the old schools. This is old school. Does it smell a bit dated? Yeah, maybe. But it's got everything but the kitchen sink in it, really. All the notes in perfume histories in it, sort of thing. Apart from modern stuff like fucking caramel and that shit, right? Lapidus pour on. Ted Lapidus pour on. Look at that for a bottle. Screams like 80s art decor. Absolutely love this bottle. It just shouts 80s. It's grey with a darker grey, almost black top. Gold, everything. Love it. Yeah, everything under the kitchen sink. It's leathery. It's woody. It's a little powdery. It's everything. It's a bit spicy. It's got all sorts of things. Very unique in its smell as well. So next we'll go with sort of fresher-ish type of sense. So this one, discontinued, hard to find. I don't know anybody else has got one. And this one is from Courvoisier. I think that's how you say it, Courvoisier. Which is a what do you call it? A cognac. I think it's cognac. A cognac maker bought for some reason, decided to bring out a cologne. And yeah, when you first put this on, it is boozy and a mix of different scents, but it comes off the boozy on the skin. As it dries down, you get more of this sort of mix of think grapefruit, spices, and leather. That's what it sort of smells like. Okay, but it's got a sort of refreshing tone to it as well. Hence why it's on the more refreshing list. But I don't know anybody else has got one. I don't know how rare they are, but I'm sure they're pretty rare because nobody else has got any. No, nobody who I know anyway. Next, fresher, yes, but darker, yes. Paco Rabanne Victory, is it? Invictus Victory, and this is just the first one they brought out, not the flankers that they are now. This one, it's got this sweet bubblegummy thing with that mix of sweet bubblegummy citruses, fresh tone to it, but then darkened with like an incense, and you get a bit of all sorts. The first couple of hours you get that this sweet, refreshing sort of, more sort of a bubblegummy sweetness, freshness, a bit sticky kind of citruses, with an undertone of the smokiness, the incense, but then as it dies down, more of a lochinambria and incense and wood start coming up. It's quite a lot of stuff. I haven't got a lot of this left. Really not much at all. I mean, it's there, smaller bottle, but it's a good all sound. Now, when it comes to fresher ones, I've really been loving, and probably 1/3 the way down, a bottle of up there Hugo Boss Infinite, a spicy lavender scent basically. Really nice, really like that. I thought, well, it's not quite, it's got some strength to it, but it's not quite strong enough for a really harsh winter. I wanted something similar, and I thought, well, actually I've already got one, because I've got some similar style, really spicy, harsh, and lavender overtone, but stronger than the Hugo Boss. And this is Drakkar Bleu. Drakkar Bleu. It's basically a stronger version of Boss Bottled Infinite, in my opinion. Very similar, lavender heavy with spices. Very nice, and nice fresh sort of traditional lavender masculine type, spicy type cologne, but it's a good one you can wear in the winter because it's got some strength in it, or at least it has on my skin. So next off we will go with the niche. And well, I'll say niche, I've put this in the niche category. Well, it's a design really, but it's got a niche. It's got a niche feel to it, and although I think you can still get this, but it's not what it used to be. This is the old school stuff I've got in my hand right here, and my God, the difference. This stuff is, for me right now in my collection, the best, most luxurious, thick, rich vanilla that I have. It's beautiful. The older juice of this, when it first come out, it's stunning, and it's got a bit of a woody backbone to sort of keep that vanilla going. And this is 24 gold by Scent Story. It's got a niche feel to it. It was cheap when it come out, then it went sort of sky high, it's just continued, then they bought it back out again. You can get it for like 20 quid a bottle now or something. It's not the same stuff though. God. The vanilla in here just smells like it's probably was made with vanilla absolute. You know, the ultimate and the richest, thickest vanilla. God. And with, say, the backbone of a woods, but the woods is there, you can just about smell a woody component to it, but it's all about this just thick, rich vanilla in your face. Done right, it can smell very sexy, and nothing beats that. Alright, so we'll go with some more niche. We'll go with 2 odd bottles. I've only got sort of, right now, 1 of each. From brands, and then I've got 3 from the same brand. So first we got one from Serge Lutens, Tishegi. The dark juice now. This was the sort of reformulated one, and yes, it's from the original one when it came out. It's not quite as good, but it ain't far off. I've had this for quite a few years now. I went through a bottle of the original stuff actually pretty quick, and I didn't have it for a few years, and then had this one, and I was a little disappointed with it compared to how it wasn't quite as rich and thick as the last one. However, time has made this juice go very dark brown, almost black, to how it used to be. It used to be a very dark brown, very similar to this. That used to be quite a lighter brown. But over time, I think it's probably the naturals that are in it that have made this turn pretty much to the colour that the original stuff was, and it smells a lot closer to how the original used to smell. So, Shaggy, beautiful, there's a vanilla, hay note, stunning stuff. One that you won't see anywhere, nobody talks about it, one from Penhaligon's. And this is one of the most, what's the word, sensual vanillas, sensual ambers there is. and this is Penhaligon's Kensington Amber. Okay, so Kensington Amber. It's a luxurious amber. It smells, if you could make an amber that smells posh, like upper class and posh and very hoity-toity, that's what this smells like. It's a cleaner, more posh and luxurious, sensual smelling amber. It's a beautiful amber. There is a touch of floral in there to help that go that way, and sometimes when I wear it the florals come out and I don't like it so much, but that's where it's more when it's in the sort of warmer weathers. Very, very cold weathers, that doesn't happen. It doesn't get the chance to push those florals, and that's when I'll wear this. This is beautiful stuff. I haven't worn all of that, so about half of that's missing. I've given away to samples because I want other people to experience it, because most people wouldn't experience Kensington Amber. If it's still sold, it's probably quite expensive. In today, I've had this quite a while. It was a sort of gift to myself many years ago, and I even got my my name on there etched, as it was again a gift to myself at the time. So that's that one. Okay, so the next one is the three of them, and this is the Mancera range, and the three that I've got are Oud Cafe, a very dark roast coffee, not milk or anything like that, sugar. It's not sweet, not really. There's a little bit of sweetness, but it's more of like a backbone of like a like a clean vanilla and woods. So clean, a very clean, fresh vanilla, woody. Again, the sort of oud or that in here is not really. It's like a sharp wood kind of smell. With the top is like a roast coffee. When coffee is roasting, like a black coffee kind of roast coffee smell. It's not in your face coffee. It's there. It's there on you when you first spray, mixed with everything else. But it's not overpowering coffee. You've got to sort of hint. You've got to look for it. But it is there. And as it dries off, you get this the vanilla, woods, bit of ambery kind of side to it comes in. Very nice. Not my favourite for the line, but nice all the same. One of my favourites from the line, again this one, hoity-toity, sensual. If you could make an oud smell posh, then Oud Exclusive. Okay, Oud Exclusive. It's a oud and rose combo. I mean, that's done to death, alright, but this one. Oh, you wear these and it's not uplifting, but it makes you feel like, look, you're wearing something special. You feel posh. It smells expensive. Like the materials to make it is expensive. That's what it comes across like. Oh, and it's so. It comes across like the rose in this season's floral. It's more that sort of jammy rose. It's not that sweet, but touch of sweetness. But it's like a jammy rose with a smooth wood. Everything's like nice and smooth. Yet there's some sort of something that makes it like a little bit sort of uplifted and a bit more fresh. And again, smooth, sensual, posh. Just stunning stuff. Something that is sweet. And not posh, and okay, it's smooth. I'll give it. It's smooth, but it certainly isn't posh. And this is a Tonka Cola. Now I've had it a little while, a little bit more of a cola smell in the air as this sort of macerates. But initially it was like a touch of vanilla with a lot of cinnamon. Again, a bit of a freshness, nice and smooth, quite a bit of sweetness from a backbone of a Tonka vanilla sort of thing. You know, more like a Tonka than vanilla Go Amber. It's like a vanilla Go Amber in the background. Mainly sort of a Tonka and cinnamon. When I first had it, the cinnamon was quite dominant. Now everything's sort of mixing together a lot better. Nothing's really that dominant. I would say the amber. I would say the amber and the cinnamon is the more dominant of everything. But everything still is blending very. The longer I have it, the more it's sort of blending together really well and mixing well. And never really got much of a cola kind of feel from it. But now in the air, when you're close up, not so much. But when I spray it now, in the air, it is hinting more of like a cola kind of smell to it than it did when I first had it. So you have to get down a bit, leave a bit of time in the bottle, and you get more of that sort of cola in the air. But yeah, I've never had it close up like that, just never. But nice and fresh in the air, like it should really smell it. It's starting to smell more like that now. So next up, just a bunch of your sort of general stuff. You've seen before, a couple of things you may not have seen before, or might not see other people show or wear that often, so we'll get on to that. Okay, this one not to everyone's taste. Do you like green scents, overly green scents? Green scents with a little bit of earthy sort of style to them. And you think, oh, I like that kind of style, wish they'd make one nice and strong and in your face for winter. Well, Santos du Cartier Concentrate is your man. Again, I think it's discontinued, I do believe. I think you can get the regular one. I'm not 100%. I'm pretty sure this one's discontinued, the Concentrate. The black one with the gold. I think it's black and silver is the regular one and black and gold is the Concentrate. This one, overly green. It smells like strong green leaves with a bit of an earthiness in the backbone and some woods. Yeah, not for the faint of heart. You gotta like green scents and you gotta like them pretty strong. But very, very nice all the same, and what a classy looking bottle. Have out on the shelf. Classy looking bottle. Again, looks sort of, I don't know when this was out, but it's got that sort of 80s, early 90s sort of feel to it. Next is, I didn't know which one to pick really. You can have either. You tend to find more of the EDP around than you do the Eau de Toilette for some reason, so I'm wondering if they've discontinued the Eau de Toilette, because you don't really see the Eau de Toilette around. No discounters have it, but they all have the Eau de Parfum. So I don't know, maybe I don't know. These two, Jaipur by Boucheron, Jaipur pour homme, and you got the Eau de Toilette. Okay, and you got the Eau de Parfum. And the only difference is, of course, you got the sort of frosted glass right there. Either one will do you. This one is Oriental Spicy with a backbone of vanilla. This one, an Oriental vanilla with a backbone of spices. So you get a little more of a spicy vibe from this one than when the vanilla's there, right? But a little more like about the spices. This one's a little more about the vanilla, but you can pretty much get the same sort of feel. And I'd say this one lasts a little bit longer on the skin, but this one pushes off the skin a little more. So this one's a little more aromatic than this one. This one lasts longer than this one, and this one's more about the spices. This one's more about the vanilla. Take your choice. I tend to choose one or the other. Depends what mood I'm in. Right, I used to love the Mugler Amen series. They've gone to shit. Discontinued everything, then everything they bring out is just shit. So but the older stuff, yeah. And particularly Pure Malt and Pure Havana are my favourites. I've had probably, I think I've got through maybe 3 bottles of each in my time since it's been released. I haven't got any now. And this one isn't a bad alternative to one of them. It's not great, but it's not bad either. If you want a similar vibe, but don't want to spend a lot of money, then this one, Starmen Nebula, is a dupe of Pure Malt, and it's not a bad one either. It's got a little bit more of a floral backbone, so again, if I wear it more in the winter time, the florals don't come out as much, but in the warmer weather, so spring, tried this on, it smells like a flower bomb on my skin. Alright, so I like to wear this one. In the winter I haven't worn that much. Again, it reminds me of it, but it's not exactly the same, and so that's why I don't wear it as much. But you know, I enjoy it occasionally. It reminds me of the older days. I'm getting old. Alright, we'll go with this one next. Really, I enjoyed this one actually. I like the I think it's saffron in this, and the saffron is quite pronounced, and it's quite sharp to the nose, and I like that in saffron. I don't like it with every sort of fragrance oil, but I like it with the saffron. And this one is Spice Bomb Extreme. Real nice. It smells like Spice Bomb, but much more sort of vanilla heavy, and a lot more as out of sharp spices more than a sweeter spices. The original to me is more like a sweet cinnamon smell. This one is that sweet cinnamon smell, but with more vanilla and a ton of sort of that spicy, tangy to the nose saffron. That's what this one is. And whether I like this one or the original more depends on what mood I'm in. Probably the original more overall, but I do enjoy this one, and really nice. This one caused a bit of a ruckus and a storm when it come out, because for the price that you got it for, it went off sale for a bit. I was probably just due to they didn't think the demand for it was going to be so high, and then when it came back it was a little bit more expensive, but now they've sort of caught up with it, and it's everywhere again. It's gone to a nice cheap price again. Rosas Mustache out of Puffer. This one, again, nice, a refreshing, uplifting vanilla, like a refreshness to it, and that's probably done with the nice sort of this sort of orangey top to it. It's more like a sweeter orange, very fresh and sweeter orange, which has uplifted the vanilla in my opinion and made it a bit more not so heavy, and again a little fresher. Very nice stuff, nice and cheap. The bottle's worth it alone. I mean, look at the bottle, beautiful looking, the bottle, and this is the smaller one, like a 75ml, is it? Yeah, 75ml, and the big 125ml is a beast to hold. It's a big heavy bugger. But the 75ml is just about the right size. It looks like a 100ml bottle, just the size of it and how heavy it is. So I'm happy with the 75ml, and I really enjoy that one. When I'm in the mood for like something fresh, yet something like slightly sweeter and vanilla-y and citrusy. There you go, that one right there. Okay, last on the list is one I was quite surprised in liking. I took a chance. I was watching some reviews, and this popped up, and then I watched a few more reviews on this specifically, and everyone was saying, yeah, a bit more of a slightly more mature version to the rest on the line. It's got more of a spice to it, more of a little bit more mature than the rest. So I thought, you know, I'll try it. I'll give it a go. So I've got a smaller bottle. I'd never get 30 ml, anything like that, but I didn't want a big 100 ml sort of bottle, and certainly not. I've got a lot of colognes, don't really need it, but I thought I'll give it a go, because the whole line in general doesn't really appeal to me. It's like very sweet, and it's based on like a caramelly kind of thing, and I'm like, nah, not really my thing. I don't mind a bit of touch of sweetness and stuff and that, but not when it's focused on it. But give it a go, and I actually quite like this one. Now, is it my favourite? No, because it still is quite sweet, on the caramel side of sweet, but I do like it. Only because of that sort of really sharp spice that's in it. It really tones down that sweetness in it. But if it didn't have that, it'd be way too sweet for me. It's too much. This one is Stronger With You Parfum, and the Parfum version, yeah, lovely. It's got a lovely, it's got a bit of that sort of nutty, like a nuttiness going, sort of evolves around it. The base of it is caramel sweetness, tonka bean, something else I can't quite get my nose on. There's something else in there that's mixed up. But then you got like the hit of like quite a spicy dash in there, and then so that's the main core, and then you've got a very light sort of nuttiness that sort of evolves all around it and gives it just that touch of like a nutty vibe. Very nice. Works well on my skin, lasts and projects very, very well, as a lot of these sort of wintry stuff should do. But this one really sticks to my skin, and it should do. It's a puffer, but unlike a lot of the stronger you get, the less it tends to push out. Oh no, not this one. This one screams on my skin. Put this on, and you know, arm's length either side. If anyone's in that area, or walking behind me and that, they're going to smell it for sure. Really nice. There's something in there which is unusual, and it draws me to it because I don't know what it is. It's mixing something, I would say almost medicinal, but not quite. I don't know what that is. That's doing that, but it intrigues me, shall we say. It makes it a little more interesting than just something that's very sweet, a bit spicy. Alright, and with that slight nuttiness and that whatever that is slight medicinal vibe, makes it a little more interesting for me. I think that's why I like it more than I really should. So there we go, guys. That is my top 20 that I'm going to be picking out of the year. Again, not in any particular order in list. There's nothing that I'm going to wear this the most or anything else. Just picked out 20 out of my collection, and to be fair, that's the majority of all my sort of heavy fragrances I've got anyway. So these are the ones I will be definitely picking at. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the video, anything, any comments, any of the colognes or anything else. Stop ruffling, and any comments in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Really help me out. And see you again soon in the next video.